What's going on, good fans? I'm here at Universal Hollywood. We're gonna go on a little bit of adventure today. Let's see what good fans. We're in the park now. Let's see some of the cool things we can. It's nice here. It's kind of tight. Kind of feels like Main Street in Disney, how it's like this one single walkway to go down when you walk into the park. Ah, they got a Starbucks here. You got a Hello Kitty store. Alright, so I'm trying to go to the Studio Lot tour, but I literally have no clue where I'm going. Oh look, it's Frankenstein. Let's go take a picture. Show over here.
Then you got it. Okay, last
We got the DreamWorks Cinema over here. Huh. I gotta say, aesthetically, this park is pretty good so far. Kind of just feels like a central area. I haven't seen actual theming for anything individual yet, but so far it looks pretty cool. Kind of seeing remnants of Harry Potter, like right there. So I'm taking it to this Harry Potter world. We got the entrance to Hogsmeade over there. That's gonna be done later. First thing we need to do is the Studio Backlot tour. I guess we're here in Springfield. Wow, it's really packed today.
Down to the studio tour. We went to see amazing signings of Jaws, King Kong, the most fastest human creature you've ever seen.
There's a clown over there. Grab your picture.
Feels a little bit tighter than the last one. I mean, I kind of understand why, how it's, you know, on an actual studio, but I don't know. Not a lot of room. What's going on, good fans? I'm here. I'm at the Studio Backlot tour.
Everybody, load across, load
in line.
across.
I'm ready to finally go on a tour. I've been waiting for like an hour. Good time.
If you're on the low line.
Hey everybody, how's it going today? My name is Sean, and I'll be your Universal Studios tour guide today as we lift the veil of secrecy on some of Hollywood's hottest filming locations. So before we head out, make sure we're scooting all the way over to the farthest right-hand side as possible. We just want to get everybody on board as we can today. And make sure, hey parents, if you got small children who say feet don't touch the ground, move them to the center most of the aisle as you can. That's just for safety reasons. And make sure, before we leave, you guys got a pair of these 3D glasses. If you don't have a pair of these, just take a hand straight up into the air, and we'll get you a pair ASAP. So look at your hands right now. Everybody got a pair? Good? Nice. But if you lose them... What's it? I'm not even facing the road. we've got our fantastic driver Jeremy with us today. Everybody give it up for him. He'll be driving us all around the park today. But I also have a co-host with me today because you might recognize him from The Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon. That's because here's Jimmy Fallon.
Oh, hey there! You made it! Welcome to the Universal Studio Tour. I'm Jimmy Fallon. I'll be making sure that you get through this experience in one piece. You've got the very best guide, Sean. And the greatest driver, Jeremy. They're the best. I love them. Even though Sean owes me $5. I know you guys are excited to get on the tour, but first, a few safety rules.
That's right, we do have a few safety rules. Officially left the theme park behind. And we have now entered our Universal timeline. Take a look over to your left and your right hand sides. These movie posters represent just a few of the many thousands of movies that we have produced in our 103-year history here. Take a look at some of these. You guys spot the theory of everything in Jaws. Those are some of my favorites. But our founder, Carl Laemmle, first opened the doors to the public back in 1915. March 15th was the date to be exact. Right there. But he dubbed this area the strangest city in the world. Why a city, you think? Well, we have our own zip code here. That's right. But along with that, we also have our own fire department over here on your right-hand side. Also, we have our own police station and emergency medical services centralized right here on the lot. This city is devoted to filmmaking, everyone. But throughout our tour today, a lot of our history comes from the silent film era. And when you hear me use the term soundstage, that's another one of those words that gets its origin from the silent film era. Back then, these buildings that you guys are going to see, these sound stages, were just called stages. That's all they needed to be. But with the invention of sound came around, we needed a new, unique term to coin these soundproof buildings. So we've got the term sound stage. Real easy to remember, guys. We've got our first sound stage coming up on our front lot over on your left-hand side. This is sound stage number 12. Currently home to NBC's hit singing competition, The Voice. Hosted by coaches Kelly Clarkson, Alicia Keys, Blake Shelton, and Adam Levine. And it's currently hosted by Carson Daly. Now, Soundstage 12 is our largest soundstage on our front lot. Out of a total of 28 total sound stages spread all across our 400-acre lot. And because Soundstage 12 was the biggest, it has seen a ton of productions in the past. If you guys have seen Batman and Robin, Batman Returns, sorry. The Penguin's lair was constructed right inside Soundstage 12. And if you guys have seen Jurassic Park, near the end of the movie where the T-Rex is inside that visitor center, roaring and the banners fluttering down, welcome to Jurassic Park, you know? Well, that visitor center was created right inside our Soundstage 12 as well. But throughout our tour today, you guys are going to be seeing how films and TV shows are made. Specifically, the 3 phases of production. The first phase is the pre-production phase. That's just a lot of the writing and the concept designing. And the second phase is the production phase. That just means filming. That's what's going on in a lot of these sound stages. And the third and the final phase is the post-production. All that means is we compile all the footage that we've shot over our second phase down to half-hour, 45-minute lengths, what have you, just so that it's ready to be broadcast on your TV or your theater screen. Now take a look over on your left-hand side and you'll see sound stages 16 and 17. This is currently home to NBC's Superstore, starring America Ferrera, Ben Feldman, Mark McKinney, and Lauren Ash. Now, Superstore takes place inside the fictional store of the big box retail store called Cloud9, right? So, we have to completely recreate the interiors of that store. 16 and 17 houses a lot of the aisles of that shopping mart, of that big box retail store. And the third soundstage over here on your left, Soundstage 21, makes it the biggest TV show to be filming on our front lot. Here's where a lot of the back of house sets are, like the employee break room and the manager's office. Look, that soundstage has a collapsible floor that you can fill with water. It's actually where they first tested the mechanical Jaws, but we'll be getting there in just a minute. Keep looking over on your left though, and you'll see our post-production studios. Here is where the third phase of production happens. In this building are a lot of state-of-the-art computer labs, where some of the great editors come by, and they'll do just exactly what I was telling you guys. They'll compile all that footage down. They'll add sound effects, music. If even an actor messed up a line along the way of filming, they'll re-record it and insert it right back there in the post-production studios. Now take a look over on your right-hand side and you'll see sound stages 42, 43, and 44. But we nicknamed this area Sitcom Alley. It's seen tons of television production in the past. From Different Strokes to Jeffersons, Crossing Jordan, Sabrina the Teenage Witch. But if you take a look over on the wall there, you'll see the most recent production to use Soundstage 44. That's The Good Place, starring Kristen Bell and Ted Danson.
Oh.
But take a look over on your left-hand side and give a wave to Ted. That's the teddy bear from Ted's 1 and 2. But now I'm sure you're probably thinking, what's Ted doing out there in front of these buildings over on your left-hand side? Well, these buildings, or bungalows otherwise, are offices for a lot of these writers, directors, and producers in Hollywood.
One day.
Here is where the pre-production happens. And Ted, standing outside in the front of those buildings, the production company in charge of the first 2 Ted movies was called Bluegrass Productions. They used to have offices right here in these bungalows, but they didn't always used to be offices. Back in the day when studios contracted with actors directly, sometimes those productions would require actors to be on set for a very long time. The filming alone can sometimes take 10, 12, even sometimes 16 hours a day. So it wasn't conducive for the filming for them to get their rest and relaxation, only to start things up anew, go right back on set. Take a look over on your left though, over at Bungalow 5195. That used to be the offices of Alfred Hitchcock, writer and director of such works like Psycho, The Birds, Rear Window, and Vertigo. Now it's currently home to the De Laurentiis Company. They brought you works like U-571, Conan the Barbarian, and Hamlet. Keep looking over on your left-hand side and you'll see an RV. Behind that though is a brand spanking new building. This is our newest building on our front lot, sound stages 22 and 23. Now the first production to use the interiors of these sound stages was the live musical of Hairspray. They filmed a lot of the interiors here. They had to go elsewhere for the exteriors. We're getting there in just a minute. Because this building was actually dubbed the Will and Grace Sound Stage, because after 11 years off the air, Will and Grace is back, and they filmed their debut season right here in Soundstage 23. Since then, it's been home to World of Dance Season 2, and after that, America's Got Talent. Alright, everyone, we have officially left the front lot behind, and have now entered the back lot. This is where we do exterior scenes on a grand scale. We'll be getting into the heart of the concrete jungle in just a moment, because our first stop on our Metropolitan sets is our Brownstone Street. They filmed a particular scene out here for Bruce Almighty. Take a look, see if you're ready.
Place the dog!
I'm in the shower!
Inside bad, outside good. Inside bad, outside good. Oh, you're done now. Great. Beautiful.
Well, as we round the corner, take a look over on your left-hand side. Hairspray filmed a lot of the interiors over on Soundstage 22 and 23, right? Well, they had to film the exteriors right back here on the back lot. So you kind of tell by the 1950s, 60s vibe of those buildings. Keep looking over on your left, though, and you might recognize this building a little bit more. This was the clock tower used in Back to the Future and Back to the Future Part 2. But
climax to Back to the Future.
I had scenes up in the clock tower on that ledge. There was a ledge about that wide, and I was standing inside looking at the ledge, and I already had vertigo. I just thought there's no way in the world, no way I'm going to stand on that. I was up there for quite a while. Of course, I had a cable.
not only was our courthouse square used to film the first 2 Back to the Future movies, but it was also used for a dream sequence in The Nutty Professor starring Eddie Murphy. And it was the home of the pilot episode of The Twilight Zone, hosted by Rod Serling. But don't blink, everyone, because we're in New York. But if you take a look over the marquee on your left-hand side, you'll see the most recent production to use our New York stream. And that was America's Got Talent. Before that even was American Ninja Warrior. So, the next time that you guys see new episodes on the air of either, take a look at the background, because guaranteed, they might just be filming right back here in the Universal backlot. But I'm getting ahead of myself, because who knows New York better than the man who films The Tonight Show there himself? Once again, here's Jimmy Fallon.
This is actually my old neighborhood. Once got mugged over there by an old woman. Tough lady. This is my favorite hot dog guy. Hey, buddy. How's it going? Remember me? No. Just like old times. Gotta love New York City. Hey, I'm walking here. I'm walking here. Hey, it's cool, guys. I was just walking there. So it's not exactly New York, but a lot of times when you see New York in the movies, it was shot right here on the Universal Metro sets. If you can make it here, you can make it anywhere. Even if you make it here on the Universal lot.
Major metropolitan city that a production calls for. You guys remember Dirty Harry, starring Clint Eastwood? Well, our New York street was turned right into San Francisco. You guys remember the scene, right? Right after the robbery happens, the car accident happens, and Clint Eastwood saunters over and he looks right at the bad guy and he utters his iconic line of, "If I fired 5 shots, you're 6 because I don't remember of the commotion." It's been such a commotion. Clearly, I'm not Clint Eastwood. I don't do it justice, but this was turned right into San Francisco. Not only that, this was used as Minneapolis, Minnesota for the production of, Jingle All the Way, starring Sinbad and Arnold Schwarzenegger. But here in sunny Southern California, we can't really rely on the snow to keep its shape, along the sides of anywhere we put snow on, right? So we have to use a material called airport runway foam. Yeah. It looks exactly like snow, and it kind of works doubly as well, and it acts as a flame repellent. So, when they were filming that specific scene, you guys remember? Well, if you haven't seen it, Sinbad and Arnold Schwarzenegger are running down trying to catch the last toy. I forget the toy's name. They're trying to catch the last toy in the supermarket, right?
Terrible, man.
It was right back here. Then all you have to do is add a lot of tinsel to the walls. And we're in the middle of the Midwest during winter, and we have never left Southern California, everyone. But not only that, this was also used for the movie Transformers. You guys have probably seen that one, I take it. But that one's difficult because it involves a lot of pyrotechnics, right? They have to blow up a lot of these walls, cars careening down the road and everything. So what they had to do, you guys see a lot of these exteriors of these buildings, these are just facades. If you were to walk inside any of these buildings, you just see a lot of support beams holding up these very facades, which are just the front and the sides of these buildings. So, for the production of Transformers, they had to completely recreate and build exact replicas of these facades in order to flow them right into Chicago and the Midwest. But you can't just close off Michigan Avenue in the middle of Chicago, right? That would typically be how a sensible person would film, right? But for a specific scene, they had to damage the road a little bit. You can't do that in Michigan Avenue. It wouldn't be conducive for the filming, the businesses, traffic, just life in general. So they had to turn this area right back into San Francisco, where that Pinto plummets straight down from the ground near the end of the movie, right into the ground. But we have worked with a lot of directors in the past. Here's Peter Jackson to tell you a little bit more about King Kong.
It's the original King Kong that made me want to direct movies. I saw that movie on TV when I was about 8 or 9 years old, and I wanted to become a filmmaker. I like films that just take you away from your real life and sweep you up on the edge. Kong, you're on board the ship, you're sailing to this island, you're encountering monsters and creatures from prehistoric times. So I was thrilled when Universal invited me back to Skull Island, and it's great to have you along for the ride. Now we have created this 3D immersive experience, so you're going to have your glasses ready. Don't put them on yet, but just have them in your hand because we're about to return to Skull Island.
That's right, everyone. Just a reminder to please stay seated and hang on to those belongings.
The Universal tram is winding its way through a very rough, narrow trail in Skull Island, allowing the visitors a little sneak peek at some of the wildlife at Skull Island.
Glasses on, everybody. We're back in Skull Island.
Was projected, on some of the largest screens in the world, measuring 40 feet tall by 180 feet wide. And it was created by some of the coolest minds in CGI, computer-generated imagery otherwise, over at Weta Digital. They've worked with Peter Jackson in the past on a lot of movies. Take a look at these screens, guys. They're just absolutely massive. They've been nominated for and won 6 Academy Awards.
With a project like the Studio Tour, the audience is in the middle of the environment. They're looking in all directions. There's creatures coming at them. They're seeing Kong from this side and T-Rexes from the other side.
Working on a movie, we always know what people are looking. They're looking straight ahead. They're looking for shots that we're working on.
Here you have to take into account that people are looking in all directions.
Also, one of the things about this ride, unlike the movies that we're used to working on, there's no cuts because it's one giant shot. This tram that's driving along through Skull Island is where the camera's from. This ring represents where the screen is 10 meters away. We're really creating about 50 minutes of a feature film. That amount of visual information, that number of pixels, and presenting them to the audience is a incredible ride.
So you guys see that destroyed tram back there, right? That's from a previous tour, and I don't want to talk about that one. Not that one. But if you've seen, do you guys remember that tram that was pulled on the screen in the animation? The T-Rex pulled on the screen before he plummeted off the cliff? Well, anytime that you guys see a car that appears on screen and it's moving, that's what we call a picture car. Now, we're coming to our picture car section in just a moment. When we do, get those cameras ready, because sometimes these cars become just as famous, if not more, than the actors who drove them. Starting off our picture car section with the Ford Cobra kit car from the 2008 Knight Rider movie. We've got a few cars from the Back to the Future series as well. A couple from Back to the Future Part 2 from the way distant future of 2015, everyone. We also have a few cars from the Flintstones movies. These are some of the original hybrid cars, everyone. And we've got a few from the Fast and the Furious series. That blue and silver Nissan Skyline there, that was Paul Walker's car used in Too Fast, Too Furious. And even that Jeep Wrangler Sahara there, that was actually used in the production of Jurassic World, starring Chris Pratt and Bryce Dallas Howard. And we've also got a few cars from our Transformers movie. So, a quick show of hands. How many of you guys have seen Jurassic World before? Starting Chris Pratt and Bryce Dallas Howard, yeah? Good. Well, I also don't see a lot of hands. It's a good movie, guys. I recommend it. Actually, The Fallen Kingdom's coming out June 22nd, guys. Better get those tickets. They're selling out fast. But if you guys have seen Jurassic World, you might have missed a particular cameo in there. Let me play the scene again for you. See if you guys can spot him this time.
Oh, there he is. Buffett.
That's Jimmy Buffett. This area is primed and ready for filming. So as we're rolling on into our soundstage, everyone, just another reminder to please stay seated and hang on to those belongings. But take a look around you guys. Like I said, a hot set means this area is ready for filming. We've got the cameras all set up. Looks like it's attached to a little dolly trap for a nice tracking shot. We've got some lights all set up. Make all the actors look nice on screen. Typically we'll smatter this area with some background actors trying to make their connecting subway rides. Get some principal actors with some lines of dialogue. And then we gotta wait for the director to show up. There's a California trip. We get this from time to time. Just stay seated and hold on to you guys. This might be
Oh no! Well, you guys just survived actually 3/4 the size of an average house, utilizing a tactic called forced perspective. What that means is that this house can be small, or an object, any object can be small. We put it close to the camera, and it appears normal sized, yet far away. That's forced perspective, everyone. But now, we are entering one of the largest sets on our backlot. This is a scene from Steven Spielberg's War of the Worlds. Take a look around you guys. The pieces of that plane that you see all over the place was in fact a real Boeing 747. But here is Steven Spielberg and the production designer, Rick Carter, to tell you a little bit more about this iconic set. Always the shipping and handling that gets you in the end, folks. Well, we have approximately 10 minutes remaining of the tour, and we will be returning to the theme park shortly. Remember to pull the emergency cord if you need assistance, and remain seated at all times. So as we round the corner, take a look over on your right-hand side. This log cabin was used most prominently in The Great Outdoors, starring John Candy. But beyond that log cabin is a big old blue wall, right? It's difficult to miss. And in front of that blue wall is a pit that productions can fill with water. Actually, there's some water in the pit right now, actually. Looks like production was just either wrapping up or starting to produce. But in that pit, productions can put anything they want in there. For the production of Sully, starring Tom Hanks, they put a plane in there. Check it out. As I do it. So that plane is real. And the actors are also real. But you guys don't see
shot, did you? That's because that city skyline that you guys see has all been digitally inserted in the post-production phase of filming. That blue hue right over there works hand in hand with our CGI. Somebody on here has witnessed a crime perpetrated by Owen Shaw of the Fast and the Furious. So now, we gotta go hide out for a little bit. I gave my buddy Roman Pierce a call. He's gonna help us out a little bit. Allow us to kind of get our own witness protection going here. Let me see if I can get him on the line. Roman, right here? Introduce yourself to everybody, will you?
My name is Roman Pierce. Pleased to meet you. My buddy Hobbs asked us to stash you in Shaw for a while. So we brought you in our secret spot.
Alright, look guys, we're gonna keep Shaw from finding you, but to keep you safe, we need your help. We don't want the syndicate tracking us here, so put away your cameras and turn off your cell phones. One flash or one ringtone could give us away.
I need y'all to take this real serious.
Okay, pull into the next bay. We'll meet you in there.
Well, classic Roman. He's throwing a party at this next one. Well, just stay seated and blend in as best you can from the safety of your own seats, everyone. Just blend in, blend in.
This is what we're doing. This is the race day after party. And the what else?
Roman Pierce, FBI, don't move. Damn, that's right, party's over.
You know how long I took to iron this shit, man? I'm not.
You're under arrest right now.
Ladies, just back up a little bit. Got it. Slightly. First of all, I don't work for you.
Oh, really? Well, tell me, Roman, who do you work for?
We don't work for nobody. I can't guarantee that.
Guarantee my safety? I'm the one holding the gun.
Never mind, a whole lot bigger than yours. Escort us now, out.
Let's go, Cookie Puss.
Got an ugly suit on, man. It's cheap.
Somebody out there really pissed off Shaw. It's gonna get ugly fast.
Yeah, don't worry. Lucky for you, my whole family will protect you.
Are you kidding me, Roman? You didn't shut off your phone, bro?
I gotta call you back. I need to know this.
See what I'm talking about?
Call you back.
Man.
It was on vibrate. Sean traced us. I just can't hold him forever. Letty, Roman, we're out. Driver, move that vehicle. It's about to get real interesting. My Mona Lisa's all warmed up right next door.
Roman, grab your truck. I need you and Letty ready to roll.
All right, everyone, put on those 3D glasses now, because we might be having to make a fast escape. And hold on to those belongings as well.
This is our turn. After them. Okay, guys, it's showtime. Roman, Letty, hook him up. I got the bull by the horn. Now we'll move in.
serious or what, everyone?
Good job, everybody. You protect the witness and you can resume breathing.
You know, it's crazy out there. You guys drive hard. Respect.
You know, my Mona Lisa got messed up a little bit, but it's all good. We got through it. Y'all handled his death. Appreciate it.
They say the bigger the family, the stronger it is. You guys did good out there. And you're welcome to join our crew anytime.
That's right, everybody. We're now part of the crew. Well, sadly, that marks the end of our tour today. But let me block this glare a little bit. See if that glare is affecting you guys as well. That's the end of our tour today, everyone. But once again, my name is Sean, and our driver's been Jeremy. Give it up for him. He's been taking us all over the place today. But on behalf of myself, Jeremy, and everybody here at NBC Universal, thank you guys, for joining us today. Because we couldn't have done it without you.
So good, fans, that was a Universal Backlot tour. I really liked it. You know, long line. It was about an hour wait, but I don't know. I felt like it paid off. It was nice learning about some stuff and things. I hope you learned something too. Let's go on to the next ride.
Look, it's Homer. Guess he's going to see Marge.
We are in Tour de France now. But I have no clue what this is, where I am really. I kind of just wander around the park asking people for directions because good times and happy days, of course. Ah, they got a Mills Diner here too. I'm gonna go get myself a little snack. So to eat, I got, as usual, the Big Mill. Nice little burger. And I got some Jurassic Park lime juice or something, Limosaurus drink. I don't know what it is, but it's good. Tastes like limeade. You can see how the burger is. Good burger. A bit well done though. It's good. Wow, that burger was delicious. Now, continue on to the park with a little bit of Walking Dead. I gotta say, it looks pretty cool.
The Attention Yourself app is back. Now featuring all new walker looks with motion from The Walking Dead and Fear the Walking Dead. Download the app, upload your photos, and share with your friends.
Has anybody seen Fear the Walking Dead? I'm kind of done with The Walking Dead. I kind of want to see, is Fear the Walking Dead any good? Oh look, some bodies. Let's see what we got. I guess there's a long line. I don't know what kind of... This is a haunted house? I gotta say, this is a line for a ride. It said it's a walk-through attraction, but I don't know. This, aesthetically, it looks awesome. I guess there is a line. And we can check out that. Well, what an awesome haunted house. For a year-round thing, I thought it was pretty good. You know, it got me a couple of times too. I do hope it changes with the future seasons and maybe do a Fear the Walking Dead one. I think that'd be pretty cool. I was just wondering, do they... I didn't see any of the actual characters in there. Do they actually have the permission to use the characters, or is it more of a, how it was during Horror Nights where they couldn't use the characters? Which kind of like defeated the purpose. I thought it was a pretty good zombie, you know, thing. As long as you don't actually look for any of the characters. It was fun. I actually got scared a couple times. I thought thematically it was really good. It was designed really well. And I hope eventually they'll be able to change it for future seasons of their set pieces. You know, at least from what I've seen, it's not hugely zombie it's more of war now against people. Actually, I haven't watched it. Last thing I watched was the season 8 finale, mid-season finale, and I don't know, I just wasn't feeling it. All right, let's go to the next. So right now we're about to go down to the lower lot, and from what I've heard and seen in videos, is there's a lot of escalators. Not another one. I got the stairs this time. So I just met a raptor. I actually met Blue. Sadly, the person taking the picture didn't really take a picture, but so I'm about to ride I'm about to go on a river adventure, which if you don't follow the news here, they actually are discontinuing this and making it, well, not discontinuing it, they're gonna revamp it and make it into a Jurassic World thing with the Indominus, which hopefully I can make it out here to see that. I don't know when it is. I think it opens back up closes this September, opens back up sometime next year. I think, I'm not sure. Definitely looking forward to it. Love to see the Indominus. I thought the Indominus was awesome.
Come with us now to a time before man, when the river flowed through a newborn world, and giants walked the earth. Welcome to Jurassic Park.
Wow. So I just rode Jurassic Park and I rode The Mummy. Jurassic Park has a lot of cool changes to it from the original. They also have some changes that I thought, I don't know, it just felt a little bit more condensed. But at the same time, they had some pretty cool stuff. Like, they didn't have something dropping out from on top of you before you go up. But they had a Jeep just hanging from the side of it. And for The Mummy, I thought The Mummy was like a ton better. I thought The Mummy was awesome. I thought it was a lot better than Orlando's.
And we were on.
It actually went backwards, like through roller coasters. Wow, it was awesome. I was just so amazed with how awesome it was. No words to describe it. I actually think it's a lot better than Orlando's, surprisingly. Sorry,
So she sure is on the hunt right now. And she's an absolute beauty. All right, and hold. All right, folks. Again, this is Blue from the famous Kapow. Easy. A little feisty right now. Back. Ooh, I don't like that sound. Back it up, Blue. That's it. That's it. All right, and hold. Round of applause for Blue. All right, folks. Welcome to the Raptor Encounter. If you'd like a photo with Blue, the photo line is now open. All right. I need you to see if you can help me. Thank you very much. All right, folks. I need you to go into the.
Look at that. Steven Spielberg signed a piece of concrete in well, not in memorial, in celebrating Jurassic Park River Adventure. That's crazy. Wow. So I just rode Jurassic Park at night. Totally made it more awesome. The lighting was like perfect on it. I definitely recommend if you're here, do it at night. Here we are, entering Hogsmeade. If I could get past people. There we go. Entering Hogsmeade. Sorry I can't get a daytime view, but I think the nighttime honestly looks better from when I poked in here. God, Hogsmeade almost looks exactly the same as it does in Orlando.
know she's not gonna buy it.
And there it is. So this is Hogwarts Castle. I have no clue how to get inside. I'll figure it out though. I guess it's the same way. Yep, looks about right. So I just rode the Adventures of Hogwarts. I think ours is better in Orlando. It's just that one, I don't know what it is. I think there's a little bit there's a couple differences in the video, and I feel like the some of the things that they have in the video isn't animated or generated as good as the one in Orlando. That might just me being biased, but it's my opinion. All right, good fans. We had a great day and a little bit of a night in Universal Hollywood.